Hello everybody! Today's learning goal is to find the area of a parallelogram. We're also going to be talking about finding the area of rectangles and squares because rectangles and squares are also parallelograms. They're just special types of parallelograms. A parallelogram is any shape where there are two sets of parallel sides. So for example, if you look at this shape down here, this is a classic parallelogram. Has one set of parallel sides here and one set of parallel sides here. So there's two pairs of parallel sides. That's a parallelogram. It's also a rectangle or a square because a rectangle or a square still has two sets of parallel sides. Here's a rectangle, and you can see that these are parallel and so are these. So this is also a parallelogram. Okay. So, for any parallelogram, area is base times height. Or we can abbreviate that as A equals BH, base times height. Now this only helps if you can tell what is the base and what is the height. In order to help you, you have to know that the base and the height meet at a 90-degree angle. So in any parallelogram, the base and the height have to meet at a 90-degree angle. In something like this, like a classic parallelogram here, kind of this slanted rectangle shape, the base is one of the two straight sides, not the slanted sides. And the height is a line going from the top corner down to the bottom base and meeting at a 90-degree angle. The base and the height will always be connected by this little square showing the 90-degree angle. So if you're ever confused, what is the base, what is the height, first you look for that little square. Then you see what two sides is it touching, and those will be your base and your height, because your base and your height will always meet where that little square is. Also, the height in a parallelogram like this will look like it's kind of cutting off a corner of the parallelogram. If the parallelogram is flipped, so it looks like this, well, the base and the height still meet at the 90-degree angle. So you still just have to find that little 90-degree angle, and that's connecting our base and our height. In a rectangle, if it has the 90-degree angle marked, then it's easy. Same principle applies. You look for that 90-degree angle, and that'll connect the base and the height. If it doesn't, but it tells you it's a rectangle, all of the corners of rectangles and squares are 90 degrees. So if it tells you it's a rectangle or it tells you it's a square, that means your corner is a 90-degree angle. And then your corner is connecting this side and this side, so that's your height and that's your base. It could be any corner, so if I had a different rectangle that looked like this and I knew it was a rectangle, a corner is a 90-degree angle in a rectangle or a square, so then this would be my base and this would be my height. So when you're given it's a rectangle or it's a square, you can mark any corner with that 90-degree angle so that you can use it to find which is your base, which is your height. Okay, let's look at an example here. So here it's asking us to find the area. And if we look at this parallelogram, there's a lot of extra information. So the first thing we have to do is figure out what's our base, what's our height, and what information is extra. So the first thing I'm going to do is look for my 90-degree angle right here. It is connecting this line, so the line with the 8, and this line, the line with the 16. So that means this is my height, this is my base, everything else I don't need. That's all extra information. Since it's a parallelogram, I can use area equals base times height. I don't know the area, so that's going to stay A. The base in this case is 16, and the height in this case is 8. Now, since these are both on the same side of the equation, we can just go ahead and multiply them. 16 times 8 is 128. So the area of this parallelogram is 128. And that's how you find area of a parallelogram. Go ahead and try your homework. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. Have a good day.